16 years, that's impressive. Talk about how you got your start in basketball all the way back to your St. Louis high school roots.
Yeah. Well, it was amazing. It's nothing I can take credit for. You know, I played football up until I was about 14 when I went to high school. I had a growth spurt, went to Vashon High School. Sophomore year, B team. Junior year, varsity. Wow. Senior year, varsity. Had an amazing year, was able to be voted Mr. Basketball in the state of Missouri, recruited by many colleges. The wisdom of my high school coach just basically said, do you want to be a big fish in a small pond or a small fish in a big pond? Meaning you can go to Georgetown or some of those other schools and sit on the bench, or you can stay right here at home and be a part of something special and rebuild a program that is dying. And it was just an amazing choice. He asked me also, do you plan on staying in St. Louis once you get a degree? So why not stay here? And my mother and father and my brothers would have an opportunity to see me play, and I'd have a great support system. After a great career at St. Louis University, I was blessed to be drafted in the first round by the Sacramento Kings with the 23rd pick, which was, I wish I could say it was a dream come true, but it wasn't my dream. It just kind of happened. I had a dream of being a certified public accountant with a blue suit and a yellow tie, because that was the guy who impressed me at the 8th grade career day, was being an accountant. But God had something greater for me. And I was able to play in Sacramento, New York, and Orlando for 6 years in the NBA, and then I lived in Europe for 8 years playing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, you know,
It was amazing.
You know, you mentioned the NBA and you mentioned Europe, which makes me think about what's going on right now with the NBA lockout.
Yeah.
Now, I know some of my son's teammates forego their senior year and went to the draft.
Yeah.
Now they're waiting for that lockout to be released or completed or whatever so they can play again. And some players are taking their talents over to Europe. What is your perspective on that, on how it may affect those kids that left college early and how it's affecting just the whole sport in general?
Well, it's going to be a huge effect on the young men because, you know, this is their livelihood.
Yes.
And a lot of them took a leap of faith knowing that they would be able to take care of their families by being professionals. Well, now they're not able to do that. So they're just going to have to wait, continue to be hopeful and prayerful, and continue to train for an unknown day. But those guys who are blessed and fortunate enough to receive contracts can go overseas, still play, still do the things they love, take care of their families, and then come back and play in the NBA.
All right. Now, as a player, are you also a fan, and who are you following when we get back up and running?
You know, really, I wish I could tell you that I was a fan, but I'm not.
Interesting.
It's not that I'm not a fan. The game has changed so much, you know, from the days that I was blessed to play. I don't think that a lot of young men, and I'm not speaking for all, but just the limited exposure that I had doing some stuff with the New York Knicks and being around the league now, a lot of the players play the game for the toys that come with the game. They don't play it for the love of the game. And the game has just changed so much where they promote the players, and the players just want to get there, and then when they get there, they forget what motivated them or drove them to want to be professional players. Now they believe the hype.
And that can be damaging, as we know. We know there are some players that I know when you interview them afterwards, they say, I wish I would have appreciated more when that was the time. So you're taking your opportunity to have that platform as a player, as you said, it opens up doors. To now use that towards a passion that you have in mentoring. Can you tell us something about that?
Yeah, you know, the one thing I realized and had an opportunity to realize is that the greatest thing about being a professional athlete is the level of influence you have. And I mean, the influence is unlimited, not only in the United States, around the world. Because even though more people watch the Super Bowl, more NBA players are from more foreign countries than in any other sport. So God has opened the door for me to travel the world and share the message of the gospel of Jesus Christ as an evangelist, but then also be able to go in and sign some autographs, facilitate some basketball clinics or camps, and impart in young men who want to be basketball players and show them the love of Christ in their communities around the world.
You know, I know that you said you didn't know you always wanted to be a professional basketball player, and you had that goal of being a certified public accountant. All right, and you graduated from SLU. Forgive me. What did you end up majoring in at SLU?
Communications. It just kind of happened. Communications. It was already there. I didn't know it, and God just kind of gave me a nudge because St. Louis University didn't even offer the major that I have.
Really?
They didn't even offer it at that time.
Accounting, And now you still hold the record. Does that ever make you nervous from year to year? Or is that another young man's going to come along?
Why would I get nervous?
I don't know. I just think it's nice. You set that record. It's been it's still there.
20 years. But first of all, it was not my record to even have. When I went to St. Louis University, and a lot of young men can appreciate this, my college coach told me, don't you shoot the ball. You're here to rebound. We got other guys who will shoot. You rebound. And ironically, I did what he asked me to do, but it turned out a totally different way than he could have expected and I expected. I wound up breaking all the records, and it was the grace of God.
You know what? One thing about rebounding is when you rebound, you got the ball in your hand.
Man, tell them again. Let them know that.
You got the ball in your hand.
You're in control, but they don't think so.
Absolutely.
But a lot of people don't want to rebound because it's boring. You know, the guys who do the crossovers and the nice jump shots get all the play.
But that's the work. You know what? That to me, that's a message in itself. Something maybe you can tell the young people when you go out mentoring, that it's about taking the opportunities that's been given to you and making the best of that. They told you to rebound, you made the best of that.
That's right.
So is that kind of coming to your message as well?
Oh, it's the same. You know, we all have hidden gifts within us. You know, our society tells our young people that, especially in urban America, the only way to get out is athletics or entertainment, acting, or whatever. But there are so many gifts that lie within us that go undiscovered because we're not connected to our Creator. People look at us on our outside and fleshly say, oh, you have a good voice. You'd be a great television announcer. Or you're tall. You'll be a great basketball player. But God is saying, okay, that's true. But there's like 100 other gifts in there that are greater than that.
Wow.
That's like gift number 101. What about the other 100 that's in front of it? Do you dare find out what they are? And they'll be a blessing not only to you, but possibly even to the world.
Wonderful.
Where are you going to be next? You just got into St. Louis, and it seems like you're on a whirlwind tour. Do you know what's next for you?
No, and that's the exciting thing about it. I never know. I just keep myself available. Someone will call and say there's an event here. We want to fly you in. We want to do this and do that. So my job is just to make sure I'm available to go. And while I'm waiting, I just make sure my relationship stays strong and intact with Jesus.
Very well. Yeah. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
You can see more of Anthony online.
Absolutely. Visit him at anthonybonner.tv.
Absolutely.
You can see. What can they see if they go there, Anthony?
Just spiritual revelations. You know, God is always speaking. He even says it in the Bible. He says that he instructed us to hear his voice. And on this website, it's not about religion. It's not about where you are or where you're not. It's just about finding out something that can help you in your journey right now in these very tough times that we live in. Maybe you can find something there that will encourage you to want to find out more or give you relief in whatever situation you find yourself in.
Excellent. Thank you so much. God bless you,
Anthony.
You too.
We look forward to what God has in your future.
Thank you for spending time with us and sharing your story. Absolutely.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, Ivy, you know we're going to get ready to go to a break, but don't go anywhere. Not only do we have Anthony, but we have Jim Hubbard from Guns and Hoses coming up, and lots of giveaways, and a terrific audience, and all kinds of fun.
Oh, yeah, we're going to check in with that man versus Ruben, so don't go anywhere. Teach us, Fat Pocket. Yeah. Speaking of teaching, you know, earlier in the show, Chef John Johnson of Lumiere Place, we introduced the man versus Ruben at Stadium Sports Bar and Grill to Steve.
Yep.
But we're actually going to prepare another dish for you all. What are we making?
Well, right now I'm cutting up some chipotles, which are smoked and roasted jalapenos.
In-house?
No, we don't do these in-house.
Oh, I went there, but okay.
We haven't got to that point yet, but it's something I would definitely love to try to get to. So what I'm doing is I'm making this into a paste. We're going to add in our special wing sauce, which we use ghost peppers, which are 1 million on the heat scale.
Ghost peppers?
They're called ghost peppers.
It smells like regular wing sauce to me, but all of a sudden I think I've lost a yeah.
And multiply it by 3, you'll have a ghost pepper.
Oh,
it's 3 times hotter than a habanero.
Can anybody finish these wings?
Well, we actually, for our general manager, he asked us to supersize them for him, and we add about 3 times more powder into it and more chili into it for him. He really likes them that way. I just got some wings off the grill. Okay. And they're staying warm while I'm making the sauce up, and we're going to get them tossed together for you.
Awesome. Yeah, I know you're going to want to stick around to see that. Thank goodness we have a firefighter in the house. Yes, I might need it.
You might need
little
it.
help. Oh my gosh.
But this is our signature wing at Stadium Sports Bar and
You
Grill.
guys have all kinds of signature dishes.
Well, we really tried to. We tried to not just design the whole menu and try to fill it in, but we actually went through each piece and tried to make each item on the menu signature.
You've got some sliders.
We got sliders, got a couple really good sliders. The salmon slider is an Asian slider. It's really nice. We do a pulled pork slider that's also really nice.
Great, great. There's a nice photo. See, I'm a visual orderer. I'll have that. A Reuben, just like Steve's. Oh no, what are some of the other favorite things that you have on the menu?
One of the things that we sell the most is we have a Philly. But we've actually made it a St. Louis Philly. We put Provel cheese into it.
Of course.
And which you gotta have. It's really good.
And there's the man versus Reuben. Man. So how many people have actually finished
Only
the
one
challenge?
person's finished it on opening night. When we had a opening night, we had one person come in and finish it, and we've had 15 people try since then, and they've gotten close, but nobody's really completed it yet.
That's interesting. Now you guys have live entertainment in a sense at Stadium. You got a couple of different TV shows that people do out of the Stadium Sports Bar and Grill.
We do FSN Sports comes on, and they do a post-game show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
and then
really nice.
the Big Row show, Roland Williams does something just after every Rams home game. And
yeah, he does that, and he also makes sure that he has one of our smoked turkey legs.
Yeah, I've seen him eat that thing. Yeah, he makes that thing look small. What's one of your favorite things?
My favorite is the brisket.
Okay.
We slow smoke it in-house, and we have our own secret recipe like a lot of places do, but I think our brisket's really one of the best in town.
Awesome. And you know, I thought what intrigued me was the beer floats.
Yeah, we have beer floats, and I haven't seen them anywhere else, and I thought it was pretty unique that we came up with some of those. Yeah. My favorite is they take Guinness, they take 3 olive vodka, some raspberry liqueur, top it off with whipped cream chocolate and a strawberry and a cherry.
I never knew you could enjoy beer as a float or whatever. Okay, I'm going to let you mix up our wings and get those all ready for tasting a little later on the show. The fire hydrant is nearby, so that we can kind of cool that fire alarm fire that's going on. Speaking of fire, Steve's on fire over here. You're doing really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're tearing into it. You look like you've got a method going. I've been watching. One half down, another half to go, and you've got a little bit. I think you're gonna beat that sucker. He's going to keep trying. That's right. Well, hey, if you want a chance to try out the Stadium Sports Bar and Grill, our studio audience is lucky enough to get 25% off their next meal there. And you can visit them online at LumierePlace.com because Chef John is the executive chef for all of the Lumiere Place eateries there. There's all kinds of places to eat. Have you eaten anywhere else there? All of them, yeah. He won't be eating for a couple more days. I actually have 2 $25 gift cards to give away to 2 of our lucky studio audience members. And you have a hand? All right, that's all right, do it. Do the grease. You know, they like to take home a little extra with their, all right, we got one name. Grab one more out of there for me. All right, we've got 2 names, 2 people going home with a $25 gift card, and one of them is Dominique Holman. And the other one is Jeff Twyman. Jeff Twyman. All right, congratulations, guys. $25 gift cards. I'll get those to you in a little bit. You know what? We like to keep you up to date on what's happening around St. Louis, and I know Cara has got just that with our next guest.
Right, the largest international film festival is coming to the Midwest, and that's why I have Chris Clark here to talk about this. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, how are you?
Very good. Now tell us about this. You've got 400 films and shorts that people can view, right?